Welcome back into Queen City News Now. South Carolina officials are unveiling a new program that will bring more electric vehicle charging stations to the state. Some exciting stuff. South Carolina State Park Director Paul McCormick is joining us to talk about what those changes mean for drivers in the Palmetto State. Paul, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on today.
Absolutely. Let's talk about EVs this morning because this is an amazing rollout for state parks across South Carolina. What does this mean for that push to get more people to adopt maybe the idea of owning an electric vehicle?
Yeah, so we've been working with these partners for a couple of years now, getting ready for this project. And one of the challenges with electric vehicles for many people, one of their concerns is how far can I go on that charge? Am I going to get stuck away from a charging port? So there's always been a push to try and spread these charging ports out. And state parks seems like a natural fit for them. We have currently have 47 parks, and they're spread around the state geographically. So everybody will have convenient access to a port. They're on all of the major routes for people who are traveling up and down our highways. So placing them in state parks is going to give people the opportunity to have a waypoint along the way to kind of top off their tank, so to speak. And it's also a great location because you don't just have to stop and plug in your vehicle, but it's a destination where you can go and hike and enjoy the park while your vehicle is charging up.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I know the concern too is for the charging. It actually takes some time. So not like a gas station where you could stop, plug it in, and then you're done to go in just a few minutes. Speaking of those state parks and the length of time it might take to charge, how many vehicles, what types of vehicles can be charged by these charging stations, and about how long would that take?
Yeah, so right now, the charging stations that are going in are dual port charging stations. So there's 2 chargers on each station, and they're universal. They will charge any electric vehicle. The level of chargers that we have here are they're kind of trickle chargers, so they're not the speed chargers that you would find at some of the other locations. The purpose of these would be have people come out who are going to be at the park and spend some time at the park, and about an hour of charge will add 25 miles of range back onto your vehicle is the average with these trickle chargers. So if you hike for a couple of hours, you have another 50 miles of charge on your vehicle.
Yeah, we know the term range anxiety is really true amongst EV owners when it comes to how far can they go. I want to talk about, so this is a partnership between Rivian, Adopt a Charger, and state parks across South Carolina. Now, this is just the first of a number of rollouts that will be happening in the days to come.
Yeah, so we started this with our Department of Energy a couple of years ago. We installed a couple of chargers ourselves, and they were very successful in use. So when Rivian approached us, we were very excited to partner with them. So right now, they have installed the first set of chargers, and there'll be 5 of them in geographic areas around the state. But in the next calendar year, they're going to be installing more chargers. So at the end of the next calendar year, we will have chargers at more than 30 of our 47 state parks.
That's amazing, and we know the state has really been making that push for kind of the adoption of these chargers, and even BMW announcing more of the expansion towards electric vehicles. Talk a little bit about the state's response and some of the feedback you've heard from people that have just heard this news of these charging stations landing in state parks.
Yeah, so our state has a couple of weeks ago, there was a summit up in Greenville. The governor attended and talked about the push to bring some of this infrastructure into our state. There's a large automotive industry push to switch over to electric vehicles, and we certainly want to be at the forefront of this. So by providing these chargers, we feel like we're encouraging companies like BMW, who are housed in our state. We're going to provide the services for the vehicles that they're creating, and for the customers who are passionate about these new vehicles. We want to make sure that our state is welcoming to them by having them all over the place. We feel like it's going to help us with our tourism industry, also going to help with our workforce as we build more of this electric infrastructure around our state for these vehicles.
Yeah.
And at South Carolina State Parks, we're excited that these chargers are free to use with your admission to a park. So anyone who's going into a park and has a park passport, so like many of our regular users do, these chargers will be free to use while they're there.
Yeah. You had me at free to use. You mentioned some of the customers, right? We know we have those loyalists, those who own electric vehicles. They love them. Let's talk a little bit what this means for the expansion of the adoption of electric vehicles. What if someone's on the fence, right, and now they start seeing these charging stations, how accessible it is to charge their car? Talk a little bit about what this means for those who might have been a little bit hesitant to adopt an EV in the first place.
Yeah, I think a lot of people look at it at the EVs. If you're going to use it as a regular commuter, for example, or something, that range is really a question for you. And can you use it on a daily basis without having concerns about where am I going to charge it? Or even more, can I use it on a weekend trip or a getaway? Will I need a second vehicle? By installing these chargers around, we're really trying to service that those EV vehicles can be primary vehicles without that concern. They're going to have gas stations like we traditionally have around our state, and so many different locations that they'll be able to service these vehicles and get them topped off at. So we feel like this is going to help alleviate some of that anxiety and push people who are maybe on the fence in the market and to invest in an EV vehicle, that this EV vehicle can really serve many more of their needs than it could have served just a year ago.
Yeah, truly phenomenal news for those on the fence and those that already own an electric vehicle, and for those that frequent state parks, having another option in terms of charging their vehicles. Paul McCormick, South Carolina State Parks Director, thank you so much for the time, and congratulations on the initiative.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thanks for having me today.
Hey.